Hi class and welcome to iotaclasses 1729, making learning easy. Today we are continuing again with our daily schedule of physics classes in which we covered motion, and now today we are starting another chapter, and it is force and laws of motion. Okay, for NTSC, especially for NTSC, okay, force and laws of motion. So as far as NTSC is concerned, okay, the physics is limited. Okay, total there are 8 chapters and they are also in limited quota. Again, limited topics are given, so we will also study exam oriented only. Okay, so this is our next chapter, second chapter for force and laws of motion. Okay, so let's start, begin with it. In today's session, okay, we will cover force and effects of force. Okay, basically we'll see our whole session will be will covering the force section, then balanced and unbalanced forces, and finally torque and moment of force. Okay, these three things we need to cover. So hope you will pay attention in my session. Okay, and will learn each and everything very sincerely. So let's start. Okay, let's begin with force. So now, what is force? Okay, what does the force mean here? Okay, what does the force mean? So force is something that causes acceleration, okay, okay, in the body. Okay, causes acceleration in the body. Okay, force is something that causes acceleration, okay, in the body. For example, okay, if a stone, okay, let's say this is a stone, okay, it is stationary on the ground, and if someone kicks it, okay, with whatsoever force, okay, well, let's say it's 5 newton, or let's say it's 50 newton, 5 to 50 newton, okay, then it will drag it away on the force and on the floor, and it will move somewhat ahead. So this motion that cause the stone to change its position of rest and move to this position is nothing but your, in simple sense, is your force. Okay, that is your the simple definition of your force. Okay, so force is something that causes acceleration in the body. Okay, now we all knowing that there are three axes. Okay, there are three axes of, okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. Okay, there are three axes of motion in your Cartesian coordinate system: x, y, and z. Okay, x, y, and z. So the direction in which the force is acting is the direction of force. Okay, let's say it is acting in x direction. Okay, x direction is denoted by I cap, y direction is denoted by j cap, again z direction is denoted by k cap. Okay, so as I told in previous session of my scalar and vector quantities, okay, force is your vector quantity. Okay, force is your vector quantity. So it writing simply 5 newton will not be meaningful. You have to write along with its direction. So I write here I cap. Okay, I cap, I write here I cap. Okay, it is I cap, j cap, and k cap. Okay, so I cap. Okay, this gives me the complete information of what is the magnitude of force and in which direction it is acting. Okay, so force F is equals to 5 newton I cap. Okay, and it's 5 I cap. Okay, you can also write like this by 5 I k cap and newton. Okay, this is perfect representation. So this will give me this gives me magnitude, this gives me the direction, and this gives me the unit. Okay, unit of force is newton, and 5 I means it is 5 newton force is acting in the x direction. So anything that causes acceleration in the body is your force. The direction, the force in which the direction in which the force is acting is known as the direction of force. Okay, it is a vector quantity and its unit is newton. Okay, so this is the just basic scenario and a basic overview of your topic force. Okay, this is just a basic overview. Now we'll see what are the effects of forces. Okay, what are the effect of, we'll see what are the effect of forces. Okay, what are the effect of forces. So force in total have 5 effects. Okay, force in total have 5 effects. There are 5 effects of force. Okay, number 1, it can move a stationary body. Can move a stationary body. It can stop a moving body. Second is it can stop a moving body. Okay, these are the two things. And it can change the direction of a body. Direction of the body. Then number 4, it can change the shape and size of the body. These are the 4 things. And number 5, last thing. Okay, it can change the speed of the body. It can change the speed of the body. Okay, these are basically 5 effects of forces. Okay, 5 effects of your forces. Okay, 5 effects of forces. It can move stationary body. It can stop a moving body. It can change the direction of the body. It can change the shape and size of the body, and it can change the speed of the body. Okay, these are the 5 effects of forces. Now let's move ahead and see about the balanced and unbalanced forces. Balanced and unbalanced forces. So first of all, balance. If the net force on a body is 0, okay, if resultant force, we can say, let this be a block. Let this be a block lying on a table. Okay, so there are too many of forces acting. Okay, first of all, okay, and a body weight force is acting in this direction, mg. Okay, and the normal force will be acting in the above direction, that is n. Okay, so this basically the mg normal force is equalizing the mg force. Okay, here n is equals to mg. Okay, so that's why, therefore it is stationary. It is stationary. Okay, so in the same way we can say here, okay, it is a balanced force. It is here balanced force. You can say it is a balanced force. Okay, so in the same way, if your resultant force, okay, resultant force is 0, if your resultant force on a body force is equals to 0 Newton, okay, then okay, you can say that it is a balanced force. You can say it is a balanced force. Resultant force is 0. Here the speed will be 0. Okay, 0, but the shape or size may change. Shape or size, okay, may change. Okay, this is the fundamental thing about the balanced. Now let's see about the unbalanced forces. Okay, unbalanced force means if the resultant force Fr is not is equals to 0, means the body is accelerating or it's retarding. Okay, if a body is accelerating, okay, or retarding, then you can say your resultant force, okay, Fr is not equals to 0. Okay, so you can say these are the unbalanced forces. Okay, these are the unbalanced forces. Okay, these are the unbalanced forces. So this is typically two types of forces, balanced and unbalanced. If your resultant force is equals to 0, then it is your balanced force, and if your resultant force is not equal to 0, then it is your unbalanced force. Okay, balanced force may not change the speed or may not accelerate or decelerate a body, but it can, yes, change the shape and size of the body, whereas your unbalanced force can change the speed, can change the shape, can change the size of the object of the body. Okay, this was all about the force. And finally we need to look about, okay, this we have seen balance and unbalanced force, torque or moment of force. Okay, so torque is nothing but, okay, if there is a screw, let's say this is your screw. Okay, this is your screw. Okay, this is okay. You apply force in your revolutionary direction, okay, like this way, counterclockwise or clockwise direction, then the screw gets fit inside the wall. Okay, so this, you applied force in an angular direction. Okay, you applied force, okay, in an angular direction, uh, okay. So this is your torque or moment of force. Okay, this is nothing, it is again a vector quantity, and its unit is newton meter. Okay, unit is newton meter of torque, it is a vector quantity. Okay, so this was all about today's session. Okay, we'll see Newton's laws of motion in next session. Till then,